Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Rudy's Rant, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. I'm your host, Rudy Rodriguez Shomont. I got a nice video for y'all today, and I think y'all will enjoy this and find it very, very humorous and comedic in nature, in fact. As you know, I told everyone a couple weeks ago that I had applied for credentials to the Indiana Fever New York Liberty game that is on Saturday at 3 p.m. because they take Zoom calls, Zoom appearance at press conferences. So I figured, why not request a credential to be on a Zoom? And what is the reason that they would block you from a Zoom? Can you think of one real reason? I can't think of one. It doesn't cost them anything. They have the Zoom already, right? So what would be the reason to say no to credentialing people who cover your team and who cover the league and who talk about your team, especially myself? I speak about Indiana in a rather positive light 95% of the time because I'm a Caitlin Clark fan, and most of what I talk about is Caitlin Clark when it comes to the Indiana Fever. I know I have been critical, and I've also switched stances on certain topics as we've gone along, but I am a realist in terms of coverage of this league and coverage of these teams, whereas everyone wants to glaze and give a false positive about what's going on in the WNBA constantly without ever being held and called to the carpet for anything that ever gets done within this league. I figured, let me ask some questions in a post-game press conference. Let's see if they allow it. Let's see if they let me in. We got the answer today, and we'll talk about that. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Rudy's Rant, Her Game, Her Way, women's basketball, powered by Come On Now, the podcast. I'm your host, Rudy Rodriguez Shomont. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell. Leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this topic, because I think this is actually something that should be really looked at, because Outkick also did a video. Now, Outkick wanted to go to see Atlanta. They wanted seats to go to Atlanta, and I know largely, ask questions about Brittany Griner and her behavior and her words and so forth that we saw from the bench when they played the Indiana Fever, and they were told no. They were told no for 2 games. So it's clear as day that the WNBA and these teams have an agenda out. They do not want to let people in. They don't want to let people in who ask real questions. They want to keep it as status quo, the same puffery, the same garbage, the stuff that is really insignificant in life and insignificant to the sport. Those are the people they want to keep around. Those are the people that they want to have ask questions because they know they're never going to be challenged on anything. And this league, it wants what it wants. These players, they want what they want. But how are you going to get what you want if you're not honest about what goes on in your league? Yes, I have questions about what I see from Stephanie White. I think she's doing a tragically bad job right now. Yes, tragically bad. She misses a game, and you saw what happened. She's back, and then you saw what happened then. The Indiana Fever on Tuesday night looked like dog shit. What was the difference between Tuesday and, was it Friday? The difference was you flipped the coach. That's the reality. The assistant coach, whatever his name, Austin, whatever the hell his last name is, I forgot. He was chill. He was relaxed. He looked like a coach. You saw he was in suits. The assistants were suited and booted. What happens when they come back with Stephanie White back as coach? Back to let's wear our joggers, and we're not looking like professionals. We look like we're coaching a high school basketball team. And then on top of that, we don't the game seemed to go back to the bland and boring and trash basketball that you've been seeing from Indiana literally this entire season, for which Caitlin Clark was able to save their ass when she was healthy a couple times, but largely a boring, slow-paced, methodical ball. And then you look at what happened with Austin. I don't remember his name. Don't even care. When you saw him coaching, what did you see? You saw him more like they were just playing. They were just going. You make that one little switch and you see the difference. So yeah, am I going to ask questions that they may not want to answer? Absolutely. You know what? You have the right to not answer those questions. You have the right to not answer those questions. It's just that simple. You can say next question. It also will expose you for what you are. It'll expose you that you don't want to answer real questions. Fact of the matter is, Caitlin Clark didn't play on Tuesday, and they got drummed. Like for real. They got drummed. 50, was it 50? Scored 58 points. 58 points? I think that was the number. It's pretty damn bad. Got run off the court. Run off the court by Atlanta. And your best player of that game was your hardship player, Ari McDonald. But to be rejected, credentials rejected for purposes of a press conference, not to go to the game, but to actually ask questions in a post-game press conference via Zoom, you tell me, how does that look? Put in the comments, what do you think of that? I'm genuinely trying to cover this team on a deeper level. They don't want it. They don't want it. They want to have the same cookie cutter, softball lobbed questions that don't ask anything and allow them to give the same cookie cutter, boring, bland ass answers. I haven't even seen the post-game press conference from Tuesday yet. I'm at a conference, like I told you. I'm at work, and I haven't had a chance to even see that post-game press conference. I am scared to watch it. As silly as it sounds, I'm gonna watch it tonight because I have some free time before the Panthers hockey game. But I'm gonna watch that press conference because I gotta listen to what the hell Stephanie White had to say Tuesday in her return and how bad that team looked against Atlanta. How that team can look so awful when she comes back to how good they looked on the Friday before. I don't care that they play the Chicago Sky. That doesn't matter. It's Saturday. The Chicago Sky game was Saturday. It doesn't matter what team it was. They looked a certain way. And I know Chicago people will want to make excuses, say, well, Courtney Vandersloot got hurt. So fucking what? Caitlin Clark's been hurt. Caitlin Clark is a 20-point and 9-assist player per game. Like, what are we talking about here? You think that Courtney Vandersloot's injury is worse than Caitlin Clark's injury? Sorry, Courtney Vandersloot's not going to have them scoring 75, 80 points. You're like, nah, it's not going to happen. Losing 79-52, you're not going to. She's not worth 27. She's not even worth 15. Maybe they score 60. Maybe they score 60. But yeah, I just want to let y'all know my credential request from the Indiana Fever was rejected. Oh yeah, I forgot to show it to you. My bad. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to show you because I want you to see that I'm that I'm not making this crap up. That's my bad. I forgot to post that up here in this video. Let's see here. So here you go for your viewing pleasure. As you see, Fever Media, thank you for your interest in credentials for Indiana Fever's June 14th game against the New York Liberty. Unfortunately, we are not able to credential you for this game. Should you wish to apply for credentials in the future, you're welcome to do so. If you have any additional questions, please let us know. Thank you, Indiana Fever PR. There's no question to ask. I know the answer. Could I reply with a question and say, well, why did you not grant my credential request to appear via Zoom? Could I do that? Sure, I could. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to apply for a credential to every single home game the remainder of this season. And I'm going to see what they say. And if they reject it every single game, you're going to know that this is a big old joke. And on top of that, I'm going to apply to other teams to see if other teams let me cover them. Because I really am covering more of the WNBA than just the Indiana Fever. I think people don't understand that, but I do watch more than Indiana. I watch the rest of the league too. I talk about other players in this league. I've done it constantly. So I'm going to see what other teams have to say. But anyhow, wanted to show y'all that so you know I'm not bullshitting y'all. No bullshit. I applied. and we'll see what happens going forward. But as of right now, for this game on Saturday, they said no. So, you know where I'll be on Saturday? You know where I'll be? I'm at my conference. I'll be at the water park. I'll watch the game on my phone. And that's it. But anyhow, y'all have a great day. Appreciate y'all continued support of the channel. This is, oh, by the way, yeah, like, subscribe, and follow. Leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts of this whole thing. Once again, this is Rudy's Rant, Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball. Come on now.